Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another proper YouTube video. It's been a while. Sorry for being very slow on the uploads, but I'm here now. I'm here to help you guys. Today we're going to go through a couple of positive and good things and bad things about every sector in the game. So sector A, B, and C. Alright? And these are things that I have realized, that I have seen. There could be plenty of things that you guys have seen that I haven't seen. I'm not going to bring up any bugs or lags or anything like that because that isn't a part of the game. And I might bring up some extra things that have to do with all the areas or two areas. We'll see. Yeah, we're going to start here in Sector A. I think the first positive thing about Sector A is this is where you begin your story. This is where you start at, and this is probably the sector you know the best. Your main apartment is in that building over there. And yeah, the first positive thing is that you probably know this area the best. You've been here many times. You sold drugs to many different people around this area, so this is a place you're most comfortable with. At least I am. There are plenty of areas to make money. And by that I mean you can make money from Camp, Eastern Slums, East Old Town, West Old Town, Two Towers, Old Market, Stink. There are 7 or 8 areas where you can make money from, which is the highest in every sector. If you look at, for example, Sector B, you have Downtown, East Dead Town, Mid Dead Town, East Dead Town, and Bad Asia. Supermarket, so there's 6. But Bad Asia, I have it unlocked on this account. Yeah. And in Sector A, the mansion is placed in a very good spot, actually. That could also be discussed, of course, since the mansion is very far, so it's right here. So it's kind of a big walk to Stink from here. So if it were around here, it could be a better spot, but I would say this is the best spot in the game. Or best spot out of all sectors when it comes to the mansion places. There are many places to launder money, which is something very important. So we have one launder hideout here, we have one launder hideout there, and we have one there. So there are 3 places to launder money in Sector A. I usually go for laundering on this one because I usually launder after I've been sold to kennel.
Hey, you stop.
But you can do it pretty much whenever. The cops are hassling me now for
Don't try anything stupid.
some odd reason. But yeah, so there are plenty of places. There are 3 places to launder money here, which is a very good thing. There are plenty of routes to take to not get cops on you, which is very ironic since they just got me there. But if you have the mansion, you can just run straight here. I have done a video showing you guys this, and going just straight from the mansion, the back of the mansion, you very soon end up at Old Market. And from here you can go through here straight on, or you can go through the houses here and get to Sector C. There are no, and I have a video showing you exactly what I mean about that and stuff, so check that out if you haven't already. No cameras at all in Sector A, which is a huge plus. There are no cameras anywhere in Sector A. Which helps out a lot when you're dealing drugs during the night, which I do recommend. Dealing drugs during the day will get you a very high exposition factor, and it's not really worth it. So you're better off doing recipes and mixes and stuff during the day. But yeah, so no cameras at all, which is a very good plus when trying to sell drugs during the night. Huge plus. And there are a lot of trash containers to search through. And if you didn't know this, you can you can press F on a trash container, and up here there will pop up either garbage or phone, a necklace, or something else that you can sell and give to the laundry guy. So there are, I don't know exactly how many there are. There 1, 2, 3. There's one in here, 4, 5. 2 over there, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there must be around 15 trash containers to search here, which I think is the highest of every sector as well. So if you look through all of those, you're bound to get at least $1,000, unless you're really unlucky. And yeah, we have arrived to the minus or the negative aspects of Sector A. It's sometimes too big to handle, and by that I mean going from your mansion all the way to Stink can take some time, and going through every single place and then finally coming back home can take some time. That's why I really wish that Drug Dealer Simulator 2 has vehicles, at least bikes or anything that will get you there quicker. There are no leaks on that subject yet, though. The furniture store does not have that much to offer. They have the essentials if you want to grow weed, or if you need more like places to store stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all they have. They only have the essentials and nothing more. If you're looking to create like a very nice place to live, you're in the wrong place. You need to go and buy that in either Sector B or C. You cannot change the position of furniture in your main apartment that you start with. This is a huge minus. Especially for the ones that just started the game or started a new save. It's very much a minus, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by that. So you go through the stairs up here to your apartment where you start at. So normally you should be able to hold down spacebar, but as you can see, nothing happens when I do that. So this desk, this workstation, this bed, everything is the way it's been from the start. You cannot change anything, and everything needs to look the exact same. I mean, I can pick this one up that I threw on the floor earlier, but yeah, so you cannot change anything. You can even go in, open this one. Same in here, you can't change anything in here either. So that's a huge minus. That's something that I wish that I think they made it this way for a reason, but still it's a minus for me. So yeah, we have arrived to
Sir, stop.
Sector
Are
B.
you carrying any drugs or weapons?
Sector B has a bunch of positive things.
You're clear.
Number 1, furniture stores. So they have 2 furniture stores, if you didn't know that already. This is the first one you get access to. It's a lovely lady, Diana. There are a bunch of things you can buy here. They are pretty expensive, like $2.5 grand for a painting. 2.5 grand, 2 grand for couch and stuff. So they're pretty expensive, but they have a lot more to choose from. And the second place to buy furniture from is from my guy over here. You need to do a couple of missions before you get access to buying from this guy. You just look at household equipment, and then here you have 2.2 grand for a couch, 1,400 for a bed. You get pretty nice sofa right there. You have stuff to make a bathroom. And you have a bed for $3 million for some reason. And a toilet for $250,000. So yeah, plenty of options if you want to decorate your house a little bit nicer. The weed seeds guy is in sector B. By that I mean if you want to grow your own weed, you need to buy seeds. And that guy only shows up in sector B. You can only meet him in sector B. I'm gonna show you guys what his name is. There he is, Barney Roman. This guy, you press ask for a meeting. How can we meet? And he'll answer you very shortly. On my way, there you go. And on the map you'll see here where you can get seeds. We're gonna run there. This is the same place all the time, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you contact him from. He will always be in the bush right here. So from this guy you can buy outdoor seeds to plant outside, and you can buy indoor seeds to plant inside. Yeah, the mansion here is in a great spot as well. I'm gonna show you guys exactly where that mansion is. I haven't built it yet on this account, but here it is. Here it's supposed to be here. So yeah, I've only built like the base and the walls. So yeah, as you can see, there are a couple of things to be done here. So yeah, this is a pretty good spot, I would say. It's a pretty high up on the map, but you get access to every single place from here. You don't have to go like here, you have to go all the way around. Here it's more like a direct front and back, frontwards and backwards. There are only 2 cameras in sector B. I will show you guys. Oh, 4 police officers. Jesus. I will show you guys exactly where those 2 are.
Hey, you wait! He's
Fuck's
running
sake.
away! Get him! Run!
Patrol requested around 2 towers. Over.
Okay. That was a bit awkward. But yeah, the cameras are here. As you can see, it's right here. It's gonna point into this direction right here, so you can't go through to sector C here during the night. And there's also 1 more camera. Which is right there. So this camera will point to here and here. So going through here will be a bit of a mess to do. But yeah, there's only 2 cameras and they are very easy to avoid, so they should not be a problem. And we've come to the minus on sector B. There are way too many gates. For example, there is a gate here that you have to use a lockpick to go through. There's a gate over there. There's a gate pretty much everywhere. There's a gate over there as well. There are gates over there. So yeah, there are many gates. They are extremely annoying, and sometimes they feel like they're extremely hard to lockpick without any reason sometimes. I don't know if this is a fact or not. You guys are more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but there are a lower amount of customers available in sector B than there is in sector A. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's just something that I have noticed. I think the maximum of customers in Sector A is like 20, 25, and in here, I think it's like 15. It might be because it's just a smaller area, and it might be um, just a coincidence. I'm not quite sure, but that is definitely one thing that's going on the minus list. There are no gas station and supermarket that actually works. You can buy like the essentials from there. I don't really remember exactly what you can buy, but you can't really buy everything from there, and this does not work. I would love for this supermarket to actually work. So if this would have worked, it would be so easy to buy like sugar, salt, everything, and now you need to go to Sector A to buy stuff like that, which is a bad thing. But on the positive side, from the store over here, you can buy lockpicks, you can buy keys for the electric box, stuff like that. So this place is not unusable. And the last one, not being able to work with Kenji's gang and La Ballena at the same time. So La Ballena, they have their place over here, and Kenji have their place over here in Bad Asia. So if you're working with La Ballena, you cannot work with Kenji. If you're working with Kenji, you cannot work with La Ballena. And that's something that I would say is a negative thing. And these guys are glitching out. So that is all when it comes to Sector B. Let's run over to Sector C.
You there. Don't move or we case you,
Um,
buddy.
I cannot find my glass for some reason, so I'm just going to drink straight out of this.
Okay, clean. Go home.
Yeah. And positive side on Sector C. I have 3 positive and 4 negatives on Sector C. The positive is that actually 4-4. So the first hideout you get when you unlock Sector C is very reachable. It's close to going through to Sector A. It's close to going through to Sector B. So it's in a very handy location. And one thing that I've also noticed is that the furniture store here in Sector C have great options. They have the furniture store is right here. They have no door for some reason. And you just chat to this guy and show me what you got. So you can buy a TV, you can buy a chair, TV stand, sofa, decorative pieces, lamps, whatever. You can buy safes as well. So yeah, they have great options. I think this is the only place you can buy TV from. Sector C is also a very great size. It is like this place, so it is kind of large, but when you start here, you can go through to here. So you can go from here just straight through. So it's not that far. It feels a lot longer when you go from here to Stink for some reason. It's probably longer this way, but it feels not as long. And there are amazing shortcuts to different areas. So for example, like I said now, if you start at your house here, you can just go down here and through to get to where I am, the route that I just took here. And if you want to go to Fancy Hill, you can go through the construction site here, over to Tower Blocks, and then go the back way to Fancy Hill. And negative aspects is there are so many cameras. And by that I mean there are many cameras and they are in awkward positions. So for example here, to get into Fancy Hill, there are 2 cameras. There are one there, and there is one right here. And these ones block this entire road. You can't go around it anyway, so you have to go through here and try and like crouch your way through. Yeah. And there are also cameras. Starting to get dark. Sorry about that, guys, if you're not able to see that much. There are also cameras right there. There are cameras right there, I think, up there. So there are cameras in positions where you need to get to be able to sell drugs. The mansion right here is in Fancy Hill. The mansion would be built here. I don't have it available on this account. Again, it's in Fancy Hill, and that's a terrible location because during the night you still have the issue of cameras, and this is the only way in or out. So that's the only way in or out. So the mansion is in a terrible spot. But the mansion is very pretty though. So you got that positive side on it. One negative thing is that there are no laundering places. As you can see, there are 3 in Sector A that I've noticed earlier. In Sector B, there are 1, 2, and 3. In Sector C, there are 0. There are 0 in Sector B, Sector C for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. That's the way it is. That's a very negative thing because I have to go either back to Sector B or go all the way to Sector A to bank my money. And the last one is that cops can go pretty much everywhere in Sector C. Sector A, there are limits to where they can go, even if you have the highest exposition factor. In Sector C, there are no limits. They can go everywhere. So the cops can show up in Fancy Hill. They can show up by the furniture store. They can show up at Factory North, Factory South, outside of your house. They can show up in the construction area. They can show up anywhere on the map, and that is a huge problem when trying to sell drugs during the night, especially when the audio is a bit off. Sometimes you're not able to hear the cops until the last second. So that is a great negative thing. But yeah, that is basically it. There you go, guys. You have a bunch of positive and negative things about all the sectors. And let me know if there's anything that I've missed or anything that you think is not really a problem. And I might do another video of this somehow. And I might do another video of this at some other point. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to me if you already haven't done that. And also subscribe to me or follow me on Twitch if you are able. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else I can help you guys with, and I'll try and make a video on that as well. But yeah, until then, take care and